Why most security controls don't stop attacks. Most security controls do exactly what they were designed to do. They just do not stop attacks. In this video, we are going to look at why security controls fail in real systems, even when they are implemented correctly, and what that tells us about how security actually works. To understand this, we first need to be clear about what a security control is. A security control is not a wall. It is not a guarantee. It is a constraint placed on a system to reduce risk. Controls influence behavior. They generate signals. They change probabilities. They do not eliminate threats. Many security failures start with a misunderstanding. Organizations deploy controls expecting them to block attackers completely, but controls are not designed to stop all attacks. They are designed to make attacks harder, slower, or more visible. When expectations do not match reality, failure feels surprising even when it is predictable. Most controls operate on assumptions. They assume users behave normally. They assume attackers follow known patterns. They assume systems are configured as intended. Attackers do not respect these assumptions. They look for where controls rely on normal behavior and then operate outside it. One common failure comes from exceptions. Every real system has them: temporary access, emergency overrides, legacy integrations, manual processes. Controls are often strongest where systems are simple and weakest where reality intrudes. Attackers do not attack the average case, they attack the exception. Another failure comes from visibility. Many controls detect activity but do not prevent it. They generate alerts, they log events, they raise warnings. Detection is only useful if someone is able to respond. In practice, alerts accumulate faster than humans can process them. Important signals are lost in noise. This leads to alert fatigue. When everything looks suspicious, nothing does. Controls that rely on human attention fail when attention becomes the scarce resource. Attackers understand this. They hide in volume, not in sophistication. Controls also fail because they are static. Attackers adapt continuously. Once a control is understood, it becomes a reference point. It tells attackers where monitoring exists, what triggers responses, and how much time they have. A control that never changes eventually becomes a guide. From an attacker's perspective, controls are information. They reveal timing, they reveal priorities, they reveal blind spots. A failed login attempt, a delayed response, or an automated block all communicate something about how the system behaves. Attackers learn by interacting with controls, not by bypassing them. Another problem is misplaced trust. Organizations often trust controls more than the data those controls produce. A green dashboard is treated as safety. A passed check is treated as protection. But controls report what they can see, not what exists. Blind spots remain invisible by definition. It is also important to understand incentives. Controls are often deployed to satisfy audits, policies, or external expectations. Stopping real attackers is not always the primary goal. When controls exist to demonstrate effort rather than reduce risk, attackers benefit. They target what is ignored, not what is measured. This does not mean security controls are useless. They matter. Controls shape attacker behavior. They reduce opportunistic attacks. They slow down intrusion. But they are part of a system, not a solution. When controls are treated as guarantees, security fails. Real security comes from understanding failure. It comes from accepting uncertainty. It comes from layering imperfect controls and watching how they interact. Most attacks succeed not because controls are absent, but because their limitations are misunderstood. Security controls do not stop attacks, they change the conditions under which attacks occur. Understanding that difference is critical to understanding how real systems fail. In the next video, we will look at what a security breach actually looks like from the inside and why breaches rarely resemble the scenarios people prepare for.